Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Oh my goodness, today do I have a jaw-dropper clip. Let's get right into it. All right, well, Marc Andreessen just went on the Joe Rogan podcast, and if you don't know who Marc Andreessen is, here's a quick snapshot. He got his start as the co-author of Mosaic, which was the first widely used web browser. He co-founded Netscape, which was a very important early internet company. And he has since become a founder of Andreessen Horowitz, a very widely known and influential venture capital firm, and has invested in companies such as Facebook, Foursquare, GitHub, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So it's safe to say that Marc Andreessen is a pivotal person in the last 30 years of Silicon Valley. Okay, so Marc has been on the Rogan podcast before, but this week's appearance is after the 2024 US elections, and Marc had some very interesting things to say specifically about AI and the federal government's overreach into this growing industry. Here's the first clip.
What was the motivation to kill AI?
Because they want control. I mean, they want control. They want to control in the same way they control.
So they recognize the potential of it, and they 100%. Wanted to head it off of the path.
They want to control. Well, they want to put it in a headlock. They don't necessarily want to stop it, but they want to make sure that they control it in the same way that they controlled social media, in the same way that they control the press.
So how are they trying to do that?
Censor. I mean, so it's the AI. Think about it as the same dynamics that cause censorship to happen on social media were also going to happen in AI. And so there's a couple steps to it. So one is you just want a small number of companies that do AI because you want to be able to put them in a headlock and control them. So you basically want to have a government, you want to bless a small set of large companies with a cartel and set up a regulatory structure where those companies are intertwined with the government. And then you want to prevent startups from being able to enter that cartel.
And how would they do that?
That's a threat to the control.
Quote, so you want a small number of AI companies so that you can control them. And you want to prevent startups from entering the cartel, unquote. That's Marc paraphrasing the Biden administration's position on AI over the last 4 years. That is absolutely astonishing. What are AI startup companies supposed to think after hearing this? The White House was working to undermine you at every step of the way in order to keep control. The US government was working to control an industry that really didn't even exist yet. Absolutely disgusting, but it gets worse. Marc says this later in the podcast.
Yeah. The AI thing was very alarming. We had meetings this spring that were the most alarming meetings I've ever been in, where they were taking us through their plans, and it was
like what kind of? Can you talk about it?
Basically, just full government control, like this sort of thing. There will be a small number of large companies that will be completely regulated and controlled by the government. They told us. They just said don't even start startups. Like don't even bother. Like there's just no way. There's no way that they can succeed. There's no way that we're going to permit that to happen.
Wow.
Yeah, they said this is already over. It's going to be 2 or 3 companies, and we're going to control them, and that's that. Like this is already finished.
Oh my God! Yeah. No, when you leave a meeting like that, what do?
You go endorse Donald Trump.
What business is it of the federal government to tell companies don't even try, don't even start? They were trying to kill the AI industry before it even started. They wanted to control AI and make sure it behaved exactly how they wanted it to. Just stick to the politically correct talking points, make sure the AI is, quote, safe, wouldn't want to hurt anyone's feelings even if it's the truth. It's absolutely astounding to me. This is a gross overreach of the government. There was no legislation giving the government the authority to make statements like this. And worse, it's not like people even voted for this. In 2020, Biden never went on the campaign trail and gave a speech like, hey, by the way, we're going to crush AI companies and make sure that only 2 to 3 companies control this technology. And we're going to make damn sure that AI says exactly what we want it to say. My goodness, this is so 1984. You may have voted for Harris, and I respect that, and I am glad that you are here. But I think most Americans would acknowledge that this is just going way too far. I don't know what else to say about it other than I'm just glad that we stopped going down this path. I hope AI companies and crypto companies, for that matter, can flourish going forward. I recommend listening to this entire Rogan episode as Marc talked about how government worked through private banks to stomp on the due process rights of people in the crypto industry. It's just grotesque. But that's all I have on this one. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you next time.